back, all you fantastic individuals out there. How you doing? You know, the last video I made, sweating to the oldies. I'm telling you, 80 degrees. I was sitting there dripping sweat. 2 days later, nipples. This weather whiplash stuff is just ridiculous. And we have another storm. First, get this. The weather states the centralized part of the U.S. is going to be heat wave. West Coast, cold, gray, cloudy, ugly, snow in the hills and mountains. The East Coast, they're getting still snow and cold and so forth, but everything down south is like staying warmer. We're expecting 80s here in the next day or two. Then this weekend, we're expecting 30s. This is not Mother Nature. So we have to adapt. We just need to make sure that we set our lifestyle up to where we always have pellets on hand. We always have a backup power source to make sure that if we do lose power, we got something that's going to keep our heat source running. Today, I had a very beautiful young lady in her 80s talk to me about how she is on the East Coast and she is really having a hard time trying to figure out what pellets are in her area that are quality pellets. So this video is exclusively to ask you all out there that are watching this, hit pause right now. Go down to the comments and please put in the pellet that you burn, why you like it, what state you're in, and go ahead and also put in the pellet brands that you absolutely do not like, that you have tried, that produces a lot of clinkers, a lot of soot, and so forth. So I'm going to start off by saying, so far here in Texas, I have not found a quality pellet. I've heard about supposedly a quality pellet that's about 2 hours away from me, but being so busy, Julie and I get up at 5 a.m. and we work until 8 to 10 o'clock at night. You know, we barely have time to run to UPS and the shippers in order to drop off stoves and parts and so forth. We do a lot of online stove sales, and you know, it's one of those things to where we have to take what we can get within a half hour of us, which is the worst pellet that I have ever burned. I'm sorry you guys. You are the owners or the manufacturers, but I am searching. I am trying to potentially get pellet manufacturers to notice me and maybe even send some samples to me that I can test burn, and then I'll be more than happy to make videos and push your products. You know, right now we don't have a big channel because Austroflamm and Rika is so specialized. It's not like a channel that talks about a large variety of manufacturers. I exclusively focus on Austroflamm and Rika, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, this is the best pellet stove that's 30 plus years old that's ever been made. Are there other stoves out there that are close to the same age? Yeah, there are. But I'm telling you, they don't have the stainless steel burn tubes. They don't have the cast iron firewalls, the cast iron burn pot. These stoves are made to last. Plus, the German engineering in the components is superior to what's going on out there. Now, there are some new stoves out today that are using German components and Austrian manufacturing. And I'm telling you right now that there is some high quality stoves out there. But unfortunately, due to tariffs, due to the cost of manufacturing these days, and ever since 2020 when all that nonsense hit, the cost of everything just skyrocketed, right? And that really has taken a lot of individuals that maybe at one time they always put the OEM parts back in their stove. but you know, things might be a little tight financially. So what they do is they get on and they start finding the cheapest things that they possibly can to keep their stove running. I get it, okay? But you know, there's the flip side of that is your stove's going to be noisy. It's going to be inefficient. It's going to it's not going to burn as well. Now, I have put a fine-tuning video out there that will help you adjust the settings on the stove to make up for these weak points. But I'm telling you, with the aftermarket parts that are out there right now that are being sold for dirt cheap, you start fine-tuning your stove with those parts are going to go right quick. And the negative part about that is when they go right quick, they normally damage the motherboard or some other component on the stove, which that cheap part just became more costly, more inconvenient, stove being down, than just buying a little bit more expensive quality part from us. Okay? We have the best warranties on our parts, and again, I'm sure that if you are just now finding us for the first time, we test all of our components, bench test, literally. I take my distributor's parts, unless they're my parts that I'm actually having manufactured for Austroflamm and Rika, and even then, when I get them back from my manufacturer, I still test them. Okay, what this does is it makes sure that, you know, manufacturers screw up. Okay, it's human nature to err. Oh, it's just the way that it is. Julie and I, yeah, we make mistakes, and fortunately, y'all, you know, understand that exactly what I'm saying. If a mistake is made, okay, it's a moment. You get by it and you move forward. So we test our parts, make sure that everything's running the way it's supposed to. It has the right connectors, and it is going to fit into the warranties that we give our parts. Pellets is everything. Pellets gives you the heat, the quality heat that your expensive stove is supposed to put out. The cheaper the pellet, the dirtier the burn, the cooler the burn, you're not going to get as much out of it. If you fine tune, you can kick it up a notch. But again, cheap parts, you might find that they might burn out. Or if you have a weak part or a failing part, turning it up might burn that part out rather quick. Everybody that's watching this, even take a picture of the bag, please, so I can, you know, put the picture of your recommended pellet on the next video. That way, give a little, receive a little. Everybody likes that, right? Okay, so that's what we're gonna do here. So, West Coast, go ahead. I know you're gonna put pack saddle on there because pack saddle's #1 over on the West Coast in Washington, Oregon, and California. Okay, maybe Idaho. I think that they're still, you know, cruising that far, but I don't think they go much beyond that. Okay, Central US, please go ahead and put your opinion on there with your pictures. And East Coast, you guys don't even hardly get softwood pellets over there. It's all hardwood. Okay, now I do know, and I've talked with individuals, that there are softwood pellets there that are very expensive, but all pellets are not created equal. Just because we have a quality pellet called pack saddle on the West Coast that's made of Douglas fir softwood, you might have a softwood manufacturer that's distributing over to the East Coast that might not have the same manufacturing conditions that pack saddle has. Then, for you Canadians that are up watching this, we had a brand that we actually sold in our stove store, and it was called Pinnacle. Now, I looked Pinnacle up, and Pinnacle has changed hands, and I do believe that they do have a pellet facility that they're building here in the United States. I haven't tried them since they changed hands. I don't know the quality, but if you're Canadian and you have tried the Pinnacle brand up there, I would be very interested in knowing what you think. Really quick, another ADHD moment. I was on Pinterest. Pinterest booted me off because I'm very outward in telling the truth. And technicians out there try to get people to follow them, and they only talk about fluffiness and puppy dog tails and rainbows in order to get people to like them and follow them. I'm very bold, I'm very direct, I'm very black and white. It's like, okay, this is how it is. If you don't like it, hey, good troubleshooting for you. You know, you can go and waste time. Well, you can have people that don't like you and then all of a sudden just start complaining about you, and then Pinterest doesn't even want to waste time investigating you. They'll just boot you. Well, I've been booted off, so I'm not really a Pinterest fan anymore. So I'm sticking with YouTube. And, also, a new format that I'm trying out is called Odyssey, Odyssee. Look it up. It's like YouTube, but it's more freedom of speech, not too many parameters and so forth that you have to follow and keep. And I hear that, you know, I'm hoping that it isn't true, because I really use Google AI a lot, and I really push it and promote it, and I feel as though I get really good results out of it. But I just learned that Google owns YouTube, and YouTube, by what I hear, is going to really start restricting people from saying particular words or talking about particular topics, and you know, that Second Amendment and Third Amendment and 15th and 42nd, you're going to be restricted to mention. Well, when that happens, I hear that they're going to use their AI that's going to evaluate all of the content that's out there, and content is just going to disappear. It's going to be taken off. So I have a lot of videos. I'm a big military supporter. You veterans out there are heroes to Julie and I. Our country, our freedoms, our safety is all because of you. You first responders that are out there, law enforcement, medical, fire, you truckers out there. If it wasn't for you guys sacrificing everything that you do, our great country wouldn't be working the way that it is, right? Okay? I'm sure that you guys that are got it going up here understand this. Okay? So you have to choose different platforms that isn't going to do this to try to shut people up and silence people. Okay, I'm not getting all political here, so you guys that are sitting on the edge of your chair all of a sudden going, Scott's starting to go there, honey, get ready to grab the remote and click that channel. I try not to do that. That's not what this channel's about. What I'm saying very clearly right here is check out Odyssey. Odyssey is something that I just signed up. Off-grid stoves and more of Texas. I don't really have anything on it right now, but you might be interested in going over there and seeing what they have to offer. Okay? Because when or if YouTube shuts me down, that's where you're going to find me. So it's always good that if by chance you go to see, hey, what's Scott with Off-Grid Stoves and More been saying lately about my wonderful stove? How do you like them quality pellets? See that? That's a large amount of sawdust being dropped down in, and I don't take time to sift because I use this right here for videos. This is a perfect example. Put down in the comments for me. Help me help you help others. Help me help you help others. Help me help you. Happy burning. Peace.